forest does not remove additional carbon dioxide gas, so it cannot be counted in the final net zero emission, where human emissions must be equal to human removals. That said, protecting forests is critical to emissions reductions, but needs to be complementary to, not in place of, reducing fossil fuel emissions. I mentioned at the start to be on the lookout for connections, and I want to call one out here. Our efforts to achieve net zero are intricately linked to ecosystems. Forests, oceans, wetlands act as nature's carbon sponges, absorbing CO2 from the air. These natural systems are essential to achieving net zero emissions. Currently, oceans and land ecosystems remove from the atmosphere about greenhouse gas emissions emitted every year. By planting more trees and restoring these ecosystems, we can enhance the natural carbon cost. However, when ecosystems are degraded or destroyed, they not only release their stored carbon back into the atmosphere, but we also lose their ongoing CO2 absorption capacity. As global temperatures rise, risks of disturbances such as wildfire and bats increase, further threatening nature's purchasing and making it even more challenging to achieve our net zero goal. We can't have healthy ecosystems without tackling climate change, and we can't tackle climate change without healthy ecosystems. In the previous video, you learned about the significance of achieving net zero emissions in our battle against climate change. In this video, I introduced to you a related concept, nature positive. These, in fact, are not just related, they are intertwined. As I highlighted in the final thought from the last video when I said, we can't have healthy ecosystems without climate change. We can't tackle climate change without healthy ecosystems. Before diving into the concept of nature positive, let me take a moment to explain the significance of nature. Nature just isn't just...
I had to put my chair all the way down.
Actively supports society and the planet through ecosystem services. These ecosystem services refer to everything from the provision of fresh water and drink, the fertile soils, nurturing our food, the basics for medicines that cure diseases, to even the serene landscapes that refresh our souls. These services form the very foundation of human being and prosperity. They're invaluable and, for the most part, irreplaceable. Ecosystems in their natural states are actually quite resilient. Healthy ecosystems can bounce back when natural disturbances are spiders and pests. However, human activities such as the reduction of biodiversity, exploitation of natural resources, pollution, climate change, and climate change are all adversely affecting the resilience of our ecosystems. Here's a sobering thought. What if we have pushed nature to a point where we can no longer bounce back? And just protecting ecosystems is no longer enough. This is our reality. In many areas, human activities have degraded nature to such an extent it's lost its ability to recover. And as a result, some of the ecosystem services that support our society and our economy are now threatened. We need to pivot from not just protecting nature from degradation, but actively restoring it. This is where the concept of nature comes in. Nature positive biodiversity framework accepted in late 2022. This framework calls for an increase in the health, abundance, diversity, and resilience of species and ecosystems globally, so that by 2030, nature is visibly and measurably on the path to recovery. And by 2050, calls for a world where ecosystems are restored and flourish, supporting a thriving economy of both current and future generations, including tackling the climate crisis. The UN Global Biodiversity Framework is an urgent collective of actions. Actions are needed on a large scale. What we need is systemic change. This requires transforming industrial practices, reimagining agricultural systems, innovating urban planning, and driving policy changes at the highest levels of governance. In sum, Nature Positive is a renewed commitment to sustainability, a testament to our evolving understanding of the intertwined fate of humanity and the natural world. It's our shared vision for a harmonious future where both nature